got higher after the group stages. Has to be said, probably the two best players of this tournament so far. So Andy Murray hasn't really been stretched yet, but we know that there's plenty of good form in the tank, and Dominique, the home favourite, so we're expecting something good on.
I think so. I mean, perhaps the best players that started in this event, and both of them unbeaten in their group matches, of course.
1-0, 1-0, Ivanisevic.
Not what we're looking for when the opponent about to serve has also got a big lefty, no chance of, no guarantee you're going to get that break back. Just a difficult serve to read. I think so many players have talked about that over the years. The quick action, tough to time the split step.
Towards the end of that match against Andy Murray, he got such a great start, but he sort of, I don't know, just went off the boil, didn't he? Started to, I don't know whether it looks to you like he's losing a little bit of confidence out there in that first set tie, or the first tie break we saw. And that reaction is not positive, is it? No, that should give him a lift.
Absolutely, I think that might reinforce your point, because you come out full of adrenaline and have a chance, and then realise, there's a lot of people watching and there's expectations, especially for Marcus, who, as we said, is not the same caliber hasn't had the same caliber of achievement as other people in the group.
That's got the big thumbs up. Well, he's trying to play it in good spirits. Go on, they'll take it.
First service.
Oh, that's a stunning volley, isn't it? And what a cleverly constructed point. Took his time on that forehand, got his footwork in the right position, really aggressively into that backhand side of his opponent here. You can see almost a late decision to come forward.
Yeah, it was a sneak, wasn't it? And you're absolutely right. It wasn't just the volley, which was exquisite, but just getting the angle on the forehand, realised Willis was not going to put much on the pass.
6-1.
That's taking you back a few years. The quick snap from Goran. So easy when you're playing, returning against lefty, to sort of lean towards the backhand side, expecting it there.
Oh, that's a stunning shot from Marcus Willis, and I felt as if he'd gone into his shell a little bit. Long way back from 6-1 down, but that's a start, isn't it? Gets behind this ball, really gets that racket head through that ball. Oh, that was down in the tiebreak 10 sign. That forehand didn't really get hold of that one.
Yeah, I think the feet to blame there were a little bit anchored in spot, in place.
drei, 7-3.
I think that's what Goran meant by he wants to be shown a little bit of respect. He can't move the old man around too much, can he?
Let first service.
Yeah, much better point construction from Willis. Obviously allowed to, missing the first serve.
8-3. 8-3.
Well, as we keep saying, the mindset was very much going to be going after 2 first serves. He wasn't going to hold back. And did that at Wimbledon, didn't he, against, was it Chris Bailey, was down match point, served an ace second serve.
I remember that one clearly, yes, up the tee.
Call.
I think Goran might challenge that.
Mr. Willis challenging the ball.
He's challenging his own serve, isn't he?
Yeah, the umpire called it out, and I think probably a wise challenge from Willis. Needs all the help he can get at this stage. Oh, correct. It's all just a little bit too much for him, isn't it?
I think so. It feels to me like he's a little bit overawed by the occasion and perhaps not able to play with a lot of freedom out here. I think he's certainly sensing the pressure and the expectation of trying to entertain this crowd out here.
Absolutely easy to get away from that focus. You know, someone like Goran's been doing it for years, and I think you know, if you do lose your rhythm, that you know, he's at 2 players. This is a player it's not easy to get it back against.
So match point to Goran Ivanisevic for a place in the semi-finals. Oh, and that's a forehand from Goran that's only about a couple of inches up the net. So he would have enjoyed hitting that one.
Yeah, no bonus for hitting the tiebreak 10 sign. Especially not down there. I didn't think that would have phased him too much. 2 serves to come. Resistance from Marcus Willis.
I'm not sure what happened there. Goran got himself into a perfect position, just got a racket to that ball on the return of serve, Marcus Willis, but actually swung at that volley and air-shotted it. He lost it in the lights there. Match point number 3. This is a comeback.
Possibly not as relaxed as he was just a few points ago, Goran. A couple of those backhands looked a little tighter.
So now he's got 2 service points to come if he can save this match point number 4.
Oh, good serve. Yeah, to one change it, the off pacer. So getting the width and drawing his opponent into a swing. Goran not timing that one at all. Willis back in this.
Believe it. Well, that's getting his own back. Remember, he had that let called against him early on in the tie-break.
Yeah, he was owed one. Well, he was owed 2, actually, because he just lost out against Andy Murray, and one of those slices he played cross-court that just tipped the tape. And there was some good speed from Goran there, but just too delicately played. What were we at, 9-3?
That's the way to finish it off. And maybe if he hadn't challenged on that previous serve, he might have been able to challenge that one. But relief from Goran Ivanisevic, so he is the runner-up of Group B with that terrific tie-break win over Marcus Willis by 10 points to 8.
That was it for the group stages. Das war jetzt schon für die Gruppenphase. Ja, zunächst einmal auch hier nochmal einen großen Applaus. A big hand for Marcus Willis. Marcus, how was it for you playing against your idol now in the aftermatch?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't enjoy surf too much, but yeah, that's why he was so good. Well, one of the many reasons, eh?
Was it still as good as when you watched it on TV back in the old days?
Probably, yeah. That serve, unless you guess, it's not coming back really. Yeah, tough me out. Too good.
Tough now, yeah. So Goran is already here. He's talking to Thomas.
Yeah, we're having a little talk over here, Goran, Tom, and I. So, what do you want to say to Goran?
Well, I just got to say, well done, mate. Are you 45 yet, or?
25.
30, yeah, 27. Well, we're same age group, so it's really cool the way he's played, and he's qualified, obviously, after we've seen all these group matches. And Goran is playing Dominic, quite interesting, so that's a generation fight. And, well, now we're in the real battle.
Against Dominic, yeah.
Yeah, but everything, like just starting the semi-finals pretty much, and we're getting closer to the finals, and it's just getting more exciting by the minute.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, guys.
Well done, Goran.
Ja, und während wir hier jetzt gerade Andy Murray sehen beim Warm-Up, Andy, you're playing next against Joe Wilfried. So, well, Joe also had some great matches. What are your tactics going to be?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's obviously top player. Has been one of the best players in the world for a long time now. Big serve, very athletic, and you know, he takes chances, so it's going to be hard.
Oh yeah, so Joe is also ready over there. And so let's have a look what Joe has to say. We got 45 seconds until we go to the coin toss. Joe, your thoughts against Andy?
Yeah, anyway, it's going to be difficult. He's one of the best at this time, to not say the best one. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match. We'll see.
It's going to be a good match, and we're going to start in 30 seconds with the coin toss. So we got, well, not with the coin toss, but we got 30 seconds to be back on air in the international signal. Ja, meine Damen und Herren, auch noch für Sie eine Info. Wir haben eine Social Wall. Der Hashtag ist wie?
Hashtag Tiebreak 10, macht Sinn, und Hashtag erste Bank Open. So.
All right, so we are back.
We are back here at Tiebreak 10 in the Vienna Stadthalle. The group stage is over. In Group A, we have the winner, and please give it up for Dominic Thiem. Runner-up, second place, Joe Wilfried Tsonga.
And third place, unfortunately, we are not going to see him tonight anymore. Tommy Haas.
All right, then we go over to Group B.
Yes, first place in the semifinal, he's going to be Andy Murray.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Second place in Group B goes to Goran Ivanisevic.
25 years old from Croatia. And third place, Marcus Willis. Thank you very much.
And this results in the following two semifinals. One of the semifinals will be Dominic Thiem versus Goran Ivanisevic, and next up we will see
Andy Murray against Joe Wilfried Tsonga is going to be our first semifinal.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some tennis. Please give it up for Joe Wilfried and Andy.
Everything same like rounds before? Racket logo?
Racket.
Logo. Serve?
And he decides to serve. All right, so please get up for
Well,
Andy
welcome back
Murray.
to the Wiener Stadthalle in
And
Vienna
Joe,
for the tie-break
Wilfried
10s, and we are through to the semi-final stage. Andy Murray against Joe Wilfried Tsonga, and these two have put on many memorable battles in the past, and they've played a couple of big tie-breaks, Annabelle. Going back to the first round in Australia, 2008, 7-6 in the fourth set, and a couple more big ones recently since then. Davis Cup last year at the Queen's Club, 3 sets to Murray, but a 12-10 second set tiebreak. And more recently, at Wimbledon this year, that first set, a mammoth first set, 7-6, went Murray's way. You felt it was decisive in that match, a 12-10 win too. So they've played some big tiebreaks, but you always feel that Joe Wilfried Tsonga is dangerous in a short format like this tiebreak 10s.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, enormous respect for each other out here today. But of course, Murray has the head-to-head record, 13-2. And as you mentioned, their last meeting in that quarterfinals of Wimbledon, you have to go back to 2014 for when Tsonga beat him in Canada. But as you say, in a tiebreak formula, just this sort of one tiebreak penalty shootout, quick-fire tennis. I mean, it really could go either way. But I mean, both of them have shown some fairly decent form, but Murray, I have to say, has been in almost unplayable form recently, hasn't he?
The recent form has been phenomenal, and over the last sort of 6-7 months, probably the best player in the world, points-wise, by far and away. But this is all new, this is quick, this is tiebreak 10s. What will these two produce for us?
Well, that's been corrected by the line judge himself.
For me, it's also on the line. For me, it's also on the line.
Confirmed by the umpire. I think Andy Murray agrees with that.
Well, it's interesting because they only have the one challenge, so they want to use it wisely. And Andy's wondering, I guess the very least he knows he can get a let and a first serve, which still leaves him as favourite.
That's just not what he wanted, having what he thought was got the first point under his belt. Now thrown across a double fault right there.
So, someone like Andy Murray, so much of his game is about wearing his opponents down, and you don't get as long to do that in this format. It makes him possibly a little more vulnerable. On the other hand, he's also capable of breaking just about at will. Beautiful touch. How many times, how much, you know, they're playing for a nice pot today, but how much money has that shot earned him over time?
Well, my goodness, when his career is said and done, we will look back on this particular shot, the lob, one of the greatest we've ever seen. And that's what players do, isn't it, when they're up against Andy Murray? They snatch at balls and they think they have to do a little bit more with it. They go closer to the lines.
Well, the truth of it is you do have to do a little bit more with it, don't you? Because the speed is so phenomenal, and I think, having said that, Tsonga will still be disappointed with that miss. You just definitely feel getting through, getting closer, the tension which they've talked about has just ramped up another notch.
Making no mistake over that smash. Another great serve from Andy Murray, straight down the centre tee, gets the short reply, and no problems putting that one away. So racing to a 4-1 lead, having served the double fault for the opening point of this tiebreak. So got some work to do out here, Joe Wilfried Tsonga.
Just giving himself a little bit more to do. 5-1, that's quite a deficit. against Andy Murray, who looks determined. To be fair, a little untested so far. As you said, the weaker of the two groups faced Marcus Willis and even Zurich, as opposed to Songa, who's faced Dominic Thiem and Tommy Haas. But it's been all business for Murray after the double fault to kick this tiebreak off. But since then, very impressive. Well, he's persisted with a casual mode on the volley, Songa, hasn't he? Just about crossed him early on. This was a beautiful approach shot back behind Murray, and he still made Songa work for it. Dipping and low, had to be precise.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Miles, it's a surface that if you don't quite get, behind the ball, you don't get hold of it on the strings, it sort of seems to just fizzle out, doesn't it?
Left. Second service.
Oh, that is sensational. That is vintage Andy Murray, isn't it? How many times have we seen him do that over the course of his career as well?
Yeah, it's been clear that Songa's tactics have been get forward and attack Murray, but just... that's the question he poses of his opponents, to make those decisions all the time. Songa may be just a little too deep in the court.
I'm not happy with that backhand in the net.
No, he won't be. I mean, it drives him nuts giving away the free points. Something that's been a mark of his career, and particularly of his success recently. We've talked so much about how he makes his opponent earn each and every point. Cheap one there for Songa.
Well, when you look at the year that he's had, I mean, it's just been a phenomenal run, hasn't it? Particularly starting in Rome, where he beat world number one Novak Djokovic.